before we start today's video, guys, I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to cop your official copy of Mike the PI's Quick Guide for Empowering Black Men to Travel More, written by yours truly, available in paperback form, as well as ebook, available on Amazon.com. If you look at the description, the link in the description there below, you'll see the copy of the book. Make sure you go get your copy. Definitely one hell of a read. Let's go ahead and get into today's video. Sponsored by myself.
I'ma go overseas and get me a foreign girl. Heh heh.
Just to let you know that even though, yes, they may be nicer, yes, they may be more submissive and prettier, but they're going to look up to you to be the main provider for her whole family. Her kids if she got any, her aunts, her uncles, her brothers, her sisters, her 50-some cousins, everybody.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen? I have gotten to the point, y'all, where I'm not even mad when I see these videos anymore, y'all. I honestly believe at this point, I feel sorry for a lot of these young ladies who have these views about men who travel abroad. As a matter of fact, I somehow take pity on them. And the reason I take pity on them is because sometimes they talk and I don't think they truly understand what they are saying. Right? Because when she says everything in this video, she somewhat validates the point of why a lot of men are getting their passports and going abroad. I remember distinctly she said, oh, well, they may be nicer and they may be more submissive, check and check. She said, but they're going to expect you to pay for and take care of their entire families. If a guy, and she even said if they have kids, but is that not the exact same thing or the exact same expectation with the majority of women in the West? Let's talk about it, right? You may have a young lady that may have a kid and a family and stuff like that, but do they not have the same expectations of men to be providers? Not necessarily be responsible for, take care of the kids, that and the other, but ultimately, if you are in a relationship with that young lady, are you not going to naturally undertake the responsibility of taking care of her kids as well? The exact same thing that she is saying is the exact almost expectation of women in the West, right? And she's talking about, oh, you got to take care of the family. Nah, that's not always true. Right? That's not always true. I'm not gonna sit there and act as if everybody is gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, well, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that." No, in some relationships, you may have a young lady that asks, but if they do ask, you can simply pass. Right? It's not like you're required by law to do any of that shit. Now, I don't know where her energy came from, but when I say I take pity on her, I do. Because I kind of feel like this is one of those last-ditch Hail Mary efforts to try to... It's not even a convincing of black men or men in general to stay put, but more or less it's like a plea for help or a plea to not leave, right? Because they were like, yeah, if you deal with women abroad, you got to deal with this, and this. And about 80 to 90% of the things that they say you got to deal with may have been something they heard from somebody else. It's not actually factual. They're just going off of the same main talking points that you hear from other young ladies that necessarily want to shame black men for traveling abroad. So when I say I feel sorry for her, I do, right? Because with that attitude, ladies, you're going to continue to push us away, right? You're going to continue to just, it's almost like you're forcing us or forcing our hand, or you're trying to call our bluff or something, like you don't think we actually go do it. But then you hear about us actually doing it, and it's like you pushing that red panic button, trying to stop us, trying to do everything that you can to keep everybody still, to keep everybody in place. But at this point, I think it is a lost cause. And I do believe that this game is damn near over. Because the more men who get the message, the more men who sound the alarms, the more men who are saying, yo, let's check and see what these experiences are like over here. Guess what? The more men are going to follow suit. Because you can't keep seeing successful black men in other countries getting these badass women, not prostitutes, but actually quality females in these foreign countries and not follow suit, right? Now, I know some people kind of use it as a bragging point or a standalone point, you know, putting women in their videos, showing the women that they get, saying, yo, if you was here too, you could get women like this too. And I get that as a selling point. It's like a pamphlet or a brochure, right? You know, when you're trying to sell timeshares or some shit, right? And you try to convince people this is where it's at. And although, yeah, I should have said timeshare because usually that's BS, but although it's not necessarily a facade, it is damn near the truth if you get in good with the right people. Y'all ain't the only one getting that brochure and that pamphlet. Other people are picking up that brochure and that pamphlet and they reading it and they're saying, oh my God, damn, this is what we have to compete with now? Oh dear God. Let me run online real quick and say some stuff to try to spin the narrative real quick to try to get everybody back over here. And it's gotten to the point wherein we're hearing messages like this one. Baby girl, I love you. Okay? The young lady who made this video, I love you. I feel sorry for you. I hope you find success and happiness, you know, and keep it pushing. Because if you want to know the truth, and I'm going to leave you with this one. The only people who really hate on brothers who travel are usually the ones who are single, right? And I mean, I'm not over here dropping knowledge that y'all don't already know, right? But they're usually the single people, right? The ones that are still in the market looking for a man. Those that have already found one, they don't care. No different than brothers who have already found relationships with quality women, whether that be women from the culture or women abroad. They don't really care how you feel. They just allow these videos to come through, shrug it, dust it, keep it pushing. Because at the end of the day, say it time and time again, you should never allow anybody to shit on your happiness. Never allow anyone to manipulate your happiness. It doesn't matter where it is in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody needs to find their happy place. I know that sounds weird. Their safe space, right? And over here on the Good Dr. Mike TV channel, man, this is a safe space for all of my brethren who choose to travel and all of my brethren in general. Y'all know what time it is, man. Time for the Good Dr. Go and getting. If you enjoyed this video, you already know what to do, man. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'd highly appreciate that one. If you want to support the channel in any capacity, there's a thank you button in the corner. Drop a couple dollars on the Good Dots books, Cash App, PayPal, you already know. Because we part of the movement, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a movement that is not going anywhere anytime soon. No matter what they say, words can't keep me down. Remember that? Who's singing that song? Was that a Kelly Clarkson song? I think that was Kelly Clarkson. No, I'm sorry. That was Christina Aguilera. Love that. Remember, you are beautiful no matter what they say. Words can't trust me, yo. Doc's got a weird, eclectic musical taste, man. Don't judge me. All right, y'all take care of it. Y'all stay blessed, man. Doc is out. Peace.